Okay. Greetings and good day. This is Christopher Freese here with Freese Forge. We are live. You fix whatever you're gonna fix. Yeah, just
Okay.
do the thing.
Okay.
We are live, and I need a little bit of help, a little bit of practice with my forge welding using a coal forge. Well, probably forge welding completely in general. Mind the noise if you can hear. There's a lot of trucks and stuff like that going on in the background, and they're just going to be a constant annoyance, I'm sure, for the entirety of this stream. But we shall endeavor to persevere. There is a lens in that black thing right there. Yes. Sorry, I'm just talking to my wife, who is here with me as well.
Which lens? There's two.
The big one.
The big one.
Yeah, the big one.
Okay.
So put that one on there, please.
I will.
I wonder where I put my phone. Ah, yes, there's my phone. Okay.
Sorry if things are about to get weird.
It's just about to get weird.
Yeah.
So
You're all
I
used
have
to it.
everything with the exception of my fire going. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to get that fire roaring hot and ready to forge weld.
Almost got it. Hold on.
Now let's see here.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey. I'm better.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So, your job, follow me with the camera.
I will.
That should be charging, I think. Nope. There we go. Very good. Okay, first things first. Gotta light my fire. So I've got a little bit of, pass me that fro behind you there, please.
That frodo.
That fro. Quick little fro that I banged out last week, I guess. It's amazing how much quicker I can make stuff now.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm getting better at this blacksmithing stuff.
Kindling.
Kindling time.
Yeah.
Fro works really well. I really like it. I very recently made an axe, and I had a little bit of a problem with the weld on the axe. And now there's a couple of different reasons for that, I think, that I will address. But one of them is, quite frankly, I don't forge weld with my coal forge very often. In fact, it's the first time I've done it with the coal forge. I've done it with the charcoal forge in the past. But the coal forge, that was kind of basically my second time doing it. So naturally there was some need for improvement. I think I managed to actually save the axe, and I gotta finish that and see if I cannot get that to a point where I want it to be. And I think I'm almost there. I just need to do a little bit of profiling with the, there we go. Just need to do a little bit of profiling of the bottom beard, and I'm going to do a little bit of draw filing on the top in order to smooth everything out, make it all look nice and symmetrical and perfect as I like it.
Yeah.
If it's not perfect, it's not right. I hate when I get things not right. It bothers me. It
I
really
think it
does.
bothers everybody.
I think it does.
You gotta be careful though, because you're like, if you're anything like me, you're gonna like look at something that you do until you hate it.
Yes. Yes.
Kind of what artists do. We do stuff, and we look at it until we hate it.
Well, that's what I did with the axe initially. Is I looked at it until I hated it, and I'm actually kind of glad that I had that problem that I did, because I wasn't loving the shape that it was coming out to be. It would look like something you'd find in a fantasy game, but it didn't look like something you would find in a dig site.
Yeah.
It's not a practical thing, and I'm building this axe for a friend of mine who's going to go and take it when he goes off. He's in the military, and he's going to put that in his kit, and he's going to take it with him So my axe might actually get to cleave some skulls real life. And so I want it to be perfect. And if this one doesn't turn out to be perfect, if I test it and it doesn't work perfectly, I'm just going to keep it for myself and I'm going to make him another one. But my last axe, not my last axe, worked perfectly. And I was very happy with that. It was my first time actually using wrought iron, which is great. Do we have any comments, my love?
Yeah. Hi, Reese. Good to see you using your forge. Hope it works when you get real.
Thank you. Who is that?
I can't say your name, I'm sorry. Curiosity Forge says, this is hard to type while forging on top of the bell, as the Irish call it.
Say that again? Say that again?
Here. This is hard to type while forging on Taco the bell, as the Irish call it. So I'm guessing Taco Bell?
Taco the Bell. Fantastic.
Sweet.
Taco Bell. Awesome.
Says sweet grade on the beer, and how much extra power does it generate for you? It generates all the extra power.
Yeah, it's like plus 10. It's like I've attached Megan Gear.
Yes. Yeah, we were right. Taco Bell. Taco Bell is delicious.
Taco Bell is delicious.
I wish we had one here, but there's none in Crofton.
No, well, we don't have really much of anything here, which is
Do we have Taco Bell in Duncan?
maybe Nanaimo for sure.
Thinking of Taco Bell in Duncan if there's not one in Duncan. And if there's one in Duncan, I'm sorry. I need to eat that new Taco Bell. I'm sorry.
I love tacos. Love me some tacos.
I do. Tacos are delicious.
Chimichangas.
Chimichangas are really delicious.
I like Chipotle.
Chipotle is really good too. I just love Mexican food.
Yeah, Mexican food is just pretty delicious.
We're always talking about food on your live streams. Have you noticed this? There's always one point where we talk about food.
I'm always hungry.
Yeah, me too, actually. It's a constant. But we don't have stomachs, we have black holes.
That need to be constantly filled.
This is a little thing you didn't know about Canadians. I'm letting out our trade secrets.
Raina, would you be able to tilt the camera up just a tiny little bit?
Uh-huh.
Cutting off the top of my head.
I am. I was concerned I wasn't getting enough of your forge.
Well, it's okay. You only have to have up to here.
Oh, good.
Everything below that is kind of irrelevant, really.
Yep. Did you catch the deep fried chat on Country Line's last live feed?
No, I did not.
I did not. That sounds like it would be delicious, though.
It sounds like a delicious chat.
Sounds like something that would make me hungry.
All right, you got my coal in there. I've got my, everything should be good. Turn on my blower. Open the gate. My blower.
You got it. So what's the yellow one filled with? We covered everything deep fried. Deep fried breaded bacon was my contribution. That sounds absolutely delicious, but it will give me a heart attack. I gained 10 pounds just reading that.
Oh yeah, we're going. Okay, there we go. A little bit of airflow maybe? Yeah.
I read about this, I didn't read about it. Somebody was telling me about bacon jam. That is a thing.
I've heard of that. Yes, bacon jam.
Now, is it jelly? Because that would be gross. If it's like just bacon bits in like a sauce of baconness, that sounds delicious to me.
There we go. The forge is coming up.
Ooh. You know what else is delicious?
What's that?
Steak.
Yeah. There's my freshly pescatarian wife.
Yeah. It's a hard struggle.
It's a struggle, for sure.
Well, eating pescatarian's healthier for me, personally, not telling everybody else what to do with their lives, because that's terrible. I'm not a doctor. But it's healthier for me. It's just really hard, because being a pescatarian is a very big mistake. But, if you're wondering why I'm not...
There we go. A little bit more coal for the fire. What needs to be open here?
So Chris told me that we can't roast marshmallows on this fire.
No. Unless you like them sulfur charred.
Yo, delicious! Don't judge me, you don't know my life.
Right, I don't know your story. I kind of do, but you know what I mean. Can't judge me. You don't know me. I'm guessing it has something to do with vodka, Vicodin, and a lot of bad decisions.
Vicodin.
A couple of V words. Seems like they sound well together. Go well together.
Oh, I know another V word, but I can't say it or else you'll get
demonetized. Alluding to the V.
Sulfur would turbocharge your farts, wouldn't it?
I think it would. I think that would gag a maggot.
Oh.
I think that would clear out a room.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Little drift that I made the other day. It can go there. Yeah, it worked pretty well. Fire's getting a little bit warmer here now. I wanted to have
a few heart attack food groups mentioned curiosity porridge. Oh man, I like heart attack foods, but they don't like me.
They don't like my waistline.
Yeah. They like me. They like me to be real fat.
Go. There's my water.
So you can see what he did. That's water right there.
Yeah, this is my little watering can.
It's kind of really cute.
It works. Just a coffee can, a couple
Hi,
of holes
Peter.
pumped in the bottom of it. Hi, Peter. I like to use that to wet my coals down a little bit.
This is so you don't burn through all of them all at once, or?
Yes. But it allows the coals on the side to coke up.
I don't know what that means.
It takes away the gases, basically kind of smolders it. Turns it into sort of charcoal. Basically what I have here is I have wood. I have really old petrified wood.
Yeah.
And so I need to take that wood and have it turn to charcoal on the side, and then I take that charcoal and put it on the fire, and it creates a, well, this fire is very smoky because it's just brand new fresh. And all those gases are coming off. But as I continue to work and slowly manage my fire, it'll turn some of those to coal, the coal to coke, and then I can use the coke to pump the flames of stuff.
Either dirty or just not kid appropriate.
Yeah.
It's like mechanics.
I love coke just
Oh God.
so much.
Yeah, turbocharged farts is how I introduced my kids to the concept of locked back windows. Oh, you're evil. That's awesome.
Ah, no! Quiet today. It'll make you a man. There we go. We're starting to get hotter here.
They know my brand well. Ooh. Oh man.
It's a fatherly duty.
No, it's not.
Don't judge.
I am.
No,
I'm judging very much so.
No kink shaming.
Ah,
Ah, ah, ah.
you got me with that one.
There we go. We're looking nice and warm now.
You said duty.
You said straps. I just suddenly realized why Deadpool made that joke in that Spider-Man cartoon.
Because booby traps?
Not because of the boobies, not because of booby traps, but because of traps. It's trap.
Oh!
Capital of Thailand, that kind of thing. I'm wondering. I don't know. You can never ever expect to understand anything like that. from Deadpool. But yeah, well, you know.
Why did you change from Doctor Strange fart? I don't know what that means. I'm scared.
About it, yeah, I don't understand what that means, but I am afraid.
You're lying. You're not afraid.
No. Gonna get this end of the bar here nice and hot.
I couldn't tell if you were trying to be British or if you were trying
British
to be
or
Australian.
Australian? It's this new thing. It's called Brit Canadian Australian. I just created it.
That was Curiosity's forged name before he changed his name? Oh, that's awesome!
Which was?
Doctor Strange fart.
Doctor Strange, really?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Alright, so.
Yeah, he says it wouldn't pay respect to the craft and the other craftsmen. I can see that. That's very respectful of you.
Now we're going to cut off this end here. How's the connection? Can everybody see everything well? I've done some things to hopefully improve it. I was hoping to be able to have a 2-camera setup going, but alas, that did not work out today. Tried very, very hard. No luck, unfortunately. Oh, it's because there's a little bit of rag on the end here. There's a little bit of rag on the end. So when I do this, it's basically upsetting it. And that kind of pushes it back in on itself. And as you can see, it's, can I see? It's nice and flat now, and that won't cause an inclusion, I hope. So I guess the next thing to do, okay, there you go, you're fine. The next thing to do is to decide how long I want my lengths of chain to each individually be. And I'm thinking I need my, aha. So, we're going to go for 5 inches.
Everything's all good. They can see you.
Fantastic. Just marking out 5 inches so I can quickly reference that.
Dylan Smith says hi.
Make a mark. Hello, Dylan. Come back over here. And just do a little whack. And that has left me a nice little mark that I will then reference because I'm going to now cut this off. Oh, and I suppose make myself a little convenience bend. There we go.
That's cool.
It's a bend that's convenient, and therefore it's a convenience bend. I'm not a complicated person. The names for things in blacksmithing sometimes are very simple, very straightforward. Other times, like Hardy Hole, who made that?
Gay pirate.
Gay pirate named Hardy Hole.
Think of it in a pirate voice.
Arr, put it in me Hardy Hole.
Oh.
Hey, that's what you're into.
Ask any experienced diver. Bends aren't convenient. Yeah, no, they are not convenient. I don't imagine they would be.
Bends? No. I know what the bends are. Yeah, it's actually a scary thing because you can die from that. Just surfacing too quickly. Nitrogen bubbles in your blood.
Oh.
And
that sounds like a very painful way to die.
Yeah, very painful. You have to be depressurized very slowly over the course of hours. Whew. No.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it's fun.
Deep sea diving is very dangerous. At least, like, yeah, deep sea soup diving. Anyway.
Whatever happened to that chain of progress from that long past episode?
I'm glad you asked. It's hanging on my wall over there.
Should I pan the camera?
Yes.
Ah, you can see it.
It's hanging on my wall over there. I haven't added much more to it. You can see it right there.
Oh, cool.
I haven't added anything to it since I've gotten to this new location. And so I'm pretty stoked to What size is your hardy hole? So that's a thing that I'm going to be bringing back every time I light my coal forge is the chain of progression, because I honestly forgot all about it. I hung up my chain of progression, and then I got this forge going, and I just forgot all about it. So I remembered about it today, and I went, oh, where is that thing? That's where it is. All right, Ren.
Oh.
Nice looking little bit. Now I can quickly go back to my mark.
Oh.
I'll put that end in the fire. Make my mark. Take my bend of convenience. That guy in the fire. So, bear with me here. I'm just going to show Rhiannon our trick with the camera.
Thank you.
So you see this lever here?
Yes.
So what we do,
Yeah.
so now that we have the lever here, we can just hand it aside
Yeah.
and down.
What? You
And
can
then
move
you
it
gotta
down?
make sure you refocus.
Okay, because I was wondering how you did that.
That's how we do it.
Look at all the people commenting.
Joey Vandersteeg, how are you, my friend?
Awesome.
It is fantastic. Thank you very much for joining me. Joey is an inspiration and my absolute favorite other blacksmith. I'm using Joey's tongs. I love these tongs, Joey. Thank you very much. That is awesome. Anytime Joey says something, tell me immediately.
Okay.
Joey obviously saw that I was working on some forge welding, and Joey is like a master of forge welding. He did went over and did a thing with Alex Steele where they all talked and they did a whole lesson on forge welding. Yes, sir?
Nice, says he's doing well, enjoying the show.
Fantastic. Now, where
Dylan
is...
Smith says he likes the coal forge.
Good. Get that little
And then
rag going. Out of there. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to make my little scarf to the anvil.
To the anvil! Oh, this is way better!
1, 2, 3. 3.
It's the best.
How's that looking for a scarf? There, Joey. What do you think?
I didn't even know you can make the camera do this.
I'm going to flip around and do the other side. Yeah. When we get the new camera stand, it'll be even easier. It'll be even better. More fluid. All of that. Back to the anvil. You know, I think it might be beneficial to have this hot cut set up somewhere else. I think I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. I'm so excited that Joey has decided to come and check out my live stream. Oh, there goes the little piece of metal.
I'm so happy I'm wearing shoes.
Yeah, it missed you. It did.
By that much.
Yeah, by that much, but that much is still a miss.
Uh-huh. Oh my god.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
For chain, Joey says for chain they usually bend the stalk into a U and then scarf both ends in the same heat.
Yes, that is exactly right. Now I remember now. Thank you. See, this is why I'm so happy you're here, Joey. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Can we all agree to start calling the hot cut tool a chopper so we can have Mexican steel get to the chopper over and over again?
Yes. Yes, we can do that.
Get better at this camera stuff.
Fantastic, baby.
Stoked.
All right.
Oh.
Here. I got the scarfs on the right side. That's kind of important. And I need to make that U. I better turn the volume down on that thing there. Forge hood hot, by the way.
If you heard that, that was my washing machine. It's haunted, don't worry.
It is haunted.
How much does your hammer weigh?
Yeah, my hammer, this one is a, the hammer that I'm using for this is a 2-pound Nordic Forge rounding hammer. It was crazy cheap. It was like $40, and it's my second favorite hammer. My first favorite hammer being the one that Joey Vandersteeg made, and that hammer is the best, and I will keep it forever. I'll pass it down to my kid.
He likes it anyways. It's the one he picks the most. Except for that little one. You have like itty bitty hammer he picks, and then after that he picks that one.
He likes the big hammer.
He likes the big hammer. That's because you use it all the time.
Yes.
Yeah,
I use it all the time.
Too.
All the time.
Constantly. He has like 1 million hammers and he uses that one the most. It's crazy.
This is the best hammer that I have by far. All right, there is my U. Come here. Come to my tongs.
Joey says 3.5 is a bit large for legs, but 2 pounds is fine.
That's exactly why, Joey, I'm using my 2-pound, because the the 3.5 pound that you made me is a fantastic hammer, but I find for forge welding, as you have stated, it's a bit heavy. There we go. Our first link. First link is scarfed and ready to be welded, I think. Just going to set this one off to the side here. To the chopper!
Guys' comments just as I just gotta do camera stuff. I'm not ignoring you, I promise.
Alright, go. Alright, so I got 3 links. Alright, I need to declutter here.
This is usually my job, but I'm doing camera stuff.
And a fantastic job of it you do, my love.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying.
Put that there. This here. All right. I might come to these tongs. It's time to do the actual welding. In fact,
hi.
I have these tongs here.
Love your channel, Chris. Greetings from Slovenia. Oh, that's cool.
Slovenia. Very cool. So,
Oh,
long
and
ways away. No, these tongs are too big.
Joy said it's overkill unless you weld 3/4 inches a lot larger.
Ah, yes. I'm actually in the middle of recording a video right now, so I'd love to chat. You're welcome to stand over here and watch, but... oh, you're doing the YouTube? Yes.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Thomas!
All right. It seems I've developed an audience. Somebody saw the smoke signals and decided to come check it out.
Smells like Victoria coal.
It does. It's a bituminous coal. I'm not sure where I got it from. I got it from a friend who got it.
It's
I'm not sure where he got it from.
In Ireland, so I bring my coal in from Wales.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, hot, clean.
From Wales.
Yeah, I run miniature steam locomotives that they're built.
Oh, really?
And Welsh steam coal is the stuff for the planet. It's the hottest coal in the world.
That is pretty cool.
Really,
Well, hot, I guess. Yes.
maybe just by the dust, which is hot.
That's really nice.
You try burning this painkiller.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I have to make sure that I coke everything all up, otherwise it just smokes like.
So how do you like butamus coal versus gas?
I like gas better for most like generalistic applications because honestly it's less maintenance. I just control my air valve and my fuel that comes into it, and that's how I can manage my temperatures. I like the coal I'm still learning it, but we've been using coal for however long, and it works very well.
You can do it. So you're saying you like this forge because you can put big stuff in there, right?
Yes.
Whereas you can't put as big stuff in your other forge because it's smaller.
I'm limited in the size of things that I can put into my other forge.
We have faith in you.
Damn it. I might have to get some little notches put in here so I can grab stuff on the side like that.
Drop forge.
These tongs drop forge. Yes. Those tongs are fantastic, but I'm going to have to switch here in order to bend. There's my U. I was hoping to be able to do the U and the scarfing in one heat, as Joey had indicated, but that didn't work out.
Sometimes it's more about the journey than it is the destination.
That is sometimes true.
That's true. It's all true. You got a horn to bend, right?
I have a horn to bend. That was a little better. Thank you very much.
That was Joe.
I figured.
Yeah.
Joey's very skilled.
You're like Yoda.
Well, today is the 4th of May, so
I know. I was going to cover myself in, what's it
appropriate.
called? Sparkles, because that's what Carrie Fisher used to do.
Now I have made a mistake. I have put my scarf on the same side. I think I just fixed my mistake. Go. Just a little bit off here.
Awesome.
Good. All right. Those are going to mesh up fairly nicely, I think. There we go.
Yes, you took the words right out of my head, Bree. Joey's Yoda. Yep. He's Yoda. It's official. You're Thor and he's Yoda. Whoa,
And you move the air off. This is why I sometimes don't like coal.
Did it burn?
Oh yeah.
Is that why it was sparkling?
That's why it was sparkling. 1, 2, and the burnt one. Yeah. Thank you very much.
I actually have a 20-year-old Lexus sitting in my house right now.
Do you? That's pretty cool.
It may show up in money though.
Get a hold of me on either just through here, because obviously you're working around here.
Yeah, I'm building that house and this house.
That house and this house. I might have to pick your brain for the coal for when I run out of this. An internal, yes.
It's kind of like with practice or whatever. Your brain just kind of knows. It does it without you even thinking about it.
Yes. This is something that will come, I think, through training and repetition.
Yes. Be like Bob Ross. It's not a mistake. It's a happy accident.
It's a happy
A
accident.
chance to learn.
Yes. Yes. Make some happy clouds. Well, in this case, happy chains.
I don't remember the exact quote. I'm trying to remember one because it has something to do with this. But I'm not going to say it unless I remember the exact one. So you guys are just going to be left in a big pile of mystery.
And mystery we are in.
Yeah.
Yes. That's okay.
It's nothing bad.
Close enough.
We're going to be one happy little chain. It won't hurt no one. Happy chains, pinky.
These tongs are good for something, but back to Joey's tongs because they're just that good.
We'll make the second link for the first one because everyone needs a friend. Awesome.
There we go. That's a lot better.
Yes.
All right. So, I broke our flux. And you there. You are going into the fire. And we'll put some air to it. Manage this fire now. That's one thing that gas requires much less management.
No marshmallows. No marshmallows. No
No
marshmallows.
marshmallows. Bad for marshmallows.
But it looks so perfect. It's not fair.
If I fill this up with charcoal.
Ah.
Charcoal you could use for cooking food on.
Okay.
But coal will just give you cancer.
Yeah.
Might fill your belly, but it'll fill your body with cancer.
That man said gas requires less management with a straight face. Apparently, Curiosity Forge does not think gas requires less management.
Really? I just turn on the gas and that's it. I don't have to water anything down.
Thomas has to go. Have a good live stream. Watch it later. Okie dokie.
Thank you very much, Thomas, for stopping in. Have a
Yeah.
good day.
It's a demand now. You have to have a good day.
Yes. What if you don't want to have a good day? Now you're obligated.
Yeah, you have to. You have to have a good day now. It's a thing you have to do. It was. Oh, it was a fart reference. The gas. Gas is the fart reference. That one went over my head, man.
Yeah, I did not get that one either.
Well, you're busy. You see, I have no excuse.
You're also busy.
Yeah, but I'm not dealing with hot metal.
Come on. Oh, there we go. Turn this around. And
I'm a very immature man. Very few of those make it past me. That's okay. We like them. What is the... Hold on. Sorry, I was about to read your comment, but it disappeared from the screen. I'll read it in a second. What is the length of the links for bending?
5 inches. Although that's apparently seeming to be, I'm not sure if that's maybe a little bit short. I might go with 6 for the next set. And I have just made an error. In order to put these links together, I need to leave one of these unbent. So we'll do that. unbend that one. That's okay. There are no mistakes. Just happy little accidents. Don't tell my son.
It's not-
What was the any comments rolling in, my love?
I just won the last one. I'm on top of this.
You are doing a fantastic job.
Thank you, I'm trying.
If Rhiannon is doing a good job, click thumbs up.
Yay! You have to now. This is an obligation. Just like having a good day.
Just like having a good day, it is
Yeah.
now a requirement.
I will find you if you're having a bad day.
If you're having a bad day,
Beat the
it's gonna
bad
get
out of you.
so much worse.
Told you to have a good day.
Dare you? All right. I'm gonna stop bringing my hammer with me over the forge. I don't need it
No
over
one
there.
loves you.
But that may be the case, but I just don't need it right that second. Right, how
Casual.
selfish. How selfish. Just a little bit more.
So this phone's a camera, and then this other camera, or not a camera, but it's a thing doing the live stream. And I was just like, what is that sound? Because I hear whack, 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 whack.
Oh, yes. That reminds me. I should turn that on. There we go.
We do announce hammer time far too infrequently. We need to utilize this. It's
So,
like perfect.
Hammer time and get to the chopper needs to happen.
Baby, show me your guns!
Far more frequently.
Guns!
No,
Aww.
I'm wearing this shirt because it's hot.
Is it?
Out. Hot out. Rhiannon.
Wait! Oh. He didn't wait. I don't know what he was supposed to be waiting for. The comment just went through it. Aren't you gonna weld 2 links and then join them with the third?
Yes, I am.
Oh, here you go. Here's Chris. I was reading a comment. I didn't move the camera. Everybody was just watching your anvil for a second there.
That's okay. So I have these links here. I can forge weld the other ones first, but I have these. They'll go on here.
Otherwise, it will be a pain to weld them already joined.
It would be difficult to try to join the already welded links, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I'll get this a little bit warm here.
We came for the blacksmithing, but we stayed for the gun show. See, I told you people wanted to see your guns.
I'm not that kind of guy, I guess.
Evening! Ben Speed's channel says evening to us.
Good evening, Ben Speed's channel. Where is Ben Speed's channel? Because here it's like almost 12. 11:30 maybe?
Guns, buns, and blacksmith apron. That's cool. That's like a pretty awesome description of this channel.
Of what happens here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And hammer porn.
And hammer corn. Some hammer corn. This is hammer corn.
Just touching your hammer. Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
Just molesting your hammer.
It's a fantastic hammer. Look, can you see Joey's mark on it? Oh, there we go.
Oh, Joey said, "What an ugly hammer! You are a liar, sir."
You're a liar, sir. Joey made this hammer in 2016. I've had this hammer for 2 years now. Wow.
He uses it all the time.
Every time I'm at the anvil, pretty much.
He has like a thing.
It
of
has
hammers.
its own special little spot that it sits right there on my left hand side, which is
He
my
reads the
dominant
bedtime
hand.
stories.
I do. It's got its own little bed.
Just like Thor.
Yes. Joey, are you still making hammers to sell? Because if you are, you should.
Are you trying to demonetize the live stream? We've sailed past that boat.
That ship is.
Thank you for that. I was trying to say that, but then it didn't work. My brain didn't compute. It's borax. Right, baby?
That is borax. Yes.
Really good for making slime, and also good for forge welding, and not good for eating. Unless you want to get really sick.
Yeah, unless you want to get really sick. Turn the camera up just a little bit.
Oh. Whoop. Praise the forge and pass the borax. Oh, he's in South Wales.
Ah, South Wales. Very cool. Rhiannon is, her lineage is lays in Wales. She's Welsh.
Yes.
She runs like a Welshman.
Hey, I do not. I actually don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
It sounds offensive.
It probably is.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
I don't know. I got it from Family Guy.
Oh, God.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I got that from Family Guy.
I'm super sunburned. Yeah. You're not sunburned, though. Chasing a sheep. Oh, that is offensive.
Chasing a sheep.
Maybe I want to pet it. Not that way.
Maybe it's just good friends.
Yeah. Go out for coffee.
A little bit more. Almost there. There we go. Yeah. Ha Well, that's not perfect, but it's not too bad. I'm going to put some more flux on it. Just hold here, focus. I'm going to put some more flux on it and go in for a second welding heat.
Yeah, I don't think your idea to create a heavy petting suit would work, unless they're just like chicks dressed up in animal costumes. And I mean, whatever floats your boat.
Sounds like something people might pay money to go to.
Oh, I know people will take me to go to that. I think it's called a brothel.
Now, I'm getting the second piece prepared. Joey, I'm not...
Be quiet, Reed. No!
What I've done is I have this other piece. I was preheating it in the fire while I was forge welding the other one. Now, Joey, my question is it good to do what I'm doing, preheat it, leave it off to the side, do one chain link, forge weld that one, and keep going like that? Will that weld for the second piece when it's ready to be welded? Well, I don't know.
I'll just console myself with designing crotchless footy pajamas. Do it. Do it. Seriously. This would be a great thing for Canadians. I love you too.
Almost there. What?
Peter wanted to make sure he knew that everybody knew that he loved me and not the other dude.
Thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. Thank you for the clarification.
Preheat. Oh, okay, I gotta reach.
I can still see seams. I can still see seams right here and right here. I'm not happy with those seams, especially this one. Looks quite large. ratchet.
I assume you didn't have round stock?
No, we did not have round stock.
No.
I looked.
I know, he was looking.
I didn't look very hard. I see some behind Rhiannon. Oh, shit. I was looking in my,
Well, you could say it, baby. It's demonetized by now, I bet you.
I have a metal shed where I keep most of my metal in, and I didn't take a thing to look where I keep the rest of my other metal.
Which is in here.
Which is in here, and I see some on the floor now. So the next ones will be with round stock.
Awesome.
Because, yeah, round stock's definitely vastly superior to square, I would think, when it comes to forge welding chain.
Imagine it would be easier to make chain though, like.
Yes.
It's round.
This is round. Now let's flux this.
I keep most of my metal on an SD card. It's quite heavy. Yeah, us too. We've spoken a few times on your live stream. That's cool.
Who's this?
Ben Speed's channel.
Ben Speeds, yes, we have. It's been so long since I've done a live stream. It's been what, a month, maybe 2?
Yeah, we've been like super busy.
So my work decided to change all of my hours and everything like that,
Again.
and so they did it again, and so I've been at work so much. Basically, 6 days out of 7, I'm at work for a 12-hour shift.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm glad we're back to 12-hour shifts. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Doesn't leave much time for blacksmithing. I come in, I do like a couple of hours, and then I go to bed, and then I wake up, I go to work. After I finish working, I come home, I do a couple of hours, and
He
I
like
just carry on like
eats and
that.
bathes and stuff too, so you know.
At some point.
At some point, you know. You can eat in the bath.
Chicken in the bathtub?
Yes.
That looks a little better. It's more blended in.
Yes.
There we go. So the third heat was the charm. You can see there's still a little bit of a seam right here, but the big seam is now, I think, blended in. Ah, there's the seam right there. But the rest of it seems to be nicely blended. So that's all right. Sorry if I'm moving it around too much.
A little bit. That's okay.
It's okay. You seem to be doing great.
I know, I'm trying.
You're doing great.
Thank you, baby.
All right, well, there's one link.
Yay!
Joey, what do you think of that link?
Is it the strongest link or the weakest link?
Only time will tell. Being that it's my first, I'm going to guess probably not the strongest. Uh-oh.
Is that like a phone rack? Or a lifty rack?
It is both. So I can flip it around and have it here,
Yeah.
and I can hang stuff on it.
Yeah.
And then my forge is on rollers, so I hook it this way, and it becomes a lifting handle.
That's pretty wonderful.
It works really well. I'm very happy with it. It was made by Fred. Fred made all this. Fred is a fantastic guy, and he's retired now. Blacksmith. His health isn't to the point where he can continue to do this trade anymore, and we developed a friendship, and my life has been enriched by knowing him. So Fred, if you're watching this, you're fantastic. Thank you.
Joy says, going great. My tip is only to hit the thickest part of the well, nothing else, or you may thin down the chain below the original stock size.
Hit the thickest part.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he say he's going?
No.
Oh, okay.
So everything's going well.
Oh, everything is going well. Okay.
Nintendo franchise is only as strong as its weakest link, which is probably Legend of Zelda 2: Link's Adventure. Awesome.
Not bad. That tapped together pretty nicely. Still a little bit of a seam there. We're going to go in, we're going to try and clean that up on the second heat, but that one's not so bad.
How's the Danax going? Asked about it last time I caught your stream. Sorry I missed the video. I will make sure to redeem myself.
The Danax
Yeah.
is under design.
Under design.
It's under design. Would you be able to grab for me the other axe right there, my love? You just have to undo the vise, pull it out.
Oh!
And so this axe that I'm making, that I just made, is other way.
Are you trying to let me Lucy?
Yeah. Rhiannon is just bringing over here now. Thank you, babe. And that is this axe here. And I'm learning how to. The reason that I'm doing this live stream with the chain making is because I had a little bit of difficulty, which you'll see in the video as it comes out. It's still being made with the forge welding of the bit in. And I needed more practice, and I had a great big inclusion in it that went from one side to the other, and it just was no good. And so I took a second whack at it, so to speak. The second whack, I think, is far more successful. I actually like the shape of this one a lot better. The weld is far, far, far stronger, and I look forward to testing this and making sure that it's actually going to do its job, because as I mentioned before, a friend of mine is going to be taking this on tour, and it might actually have the opportunity to clean some skulls. And I want it to do well. Ow. Now we still need a little bit more on the sides here, on the seams, but we got the top blended in not too bad. I'll just do a little bit more on the side on this one, and then this link will be ready.
Are you switching to coal for good, or just during warmer months, or what's going on here? I think he's doing it for the forge welding.
I'm switching to coal because I'm still keeping the gas. I like gas. But coal also, like we mentioned earlier, has the ability to be able to put more oddly shaped pieces in it.
Yes.
Like great big Dane axes, which is what all of this is building up to.
Yes.
I want to make sure that I make a good one and not just a one. I want a really good Dane axe.
Yes. If you're gonna do it, then let's do it right.
If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. And I've learned so much from this axe and the axe that I made before it. I'm going to learn a lot from this forge welding here. All of that's going to come together, and then I'm going to be making myself a Dane axe. I stress myself because this one's going to be for me. This one's going to wherever the hell he's going to go fight, but mine's going to stay with me. Probably keep it in my room.
Yes. Feel sorry for the dude who breaks into our house.
Yeah. Warning, home protected by Viking and his dog. Also, wife will kill you too.
I thought I was a dog for a second.
No. No, Fenrir is the dog.
I don't see him biting anybody. It's pretty chill.
No, dude. Like when those crackheads, you walk past those guys.
He did murder
He
in his
picks
eyes.
up on your feelings very, very well. He's a very good dog. All right. That's not so bad. If it cools here, we can sort of start. You can see just a bit of a seam here. But on the other side, we're right proper blended. Look at that. Wonderful. So that makes two. That makes 2 layers. All right.
I think I've asked you before, but I can't recall the answer. Could you not get coke in your area? The black solid stuff, not the white stuff.
God, I love coke. I cannot find coke in my area. There was a place that used to make it, but it shut down about 6-7 years ago now, and it's very difficult to find.
Yeah.
The Vancouver Island Blacksmithing Association also has an equally difficult time finding coal as well. And they actually had to take a run up to the interior of what we call the mainland, which is BC, British Columbia, for those of you who are not familiar with Canada's provinces, because why would you be?
Yeah.
But they had to go for quite a ways, and they trucked back a whole bunch of trailers full of it. And,
You can't cook over that stuff, right?
No, you can't cook over that stuff. I mean, you can, but it's not advised.
Yeah, I mean, you'll die.
Anything is possible, but... Let's see here. It's not even hot. That's another thing that I'm not a fan of when it comes to coal, is even though I got all this heat going on, I set it on top like that, and it didn't even get it warm. Like, it only got it warm. So, I don't know. That's just me. That's just practice is needed, but...
Yeah, I'm just outside Atlanta, so I'm in no way familiar with Canada stuff?
Canadian.
Canada, yeah. I thought it said Candida for a second, and I'm like, what, yeast?
One, two.
Yes, we mean Western Northland.
Okay, now this is, it looks like it might be a little bit cold for this. We're going to try.
I heard about the milks and bags. That's more messed up than snorting your grandma's ashes. We don't have that here. That's only
We have bag milk here.
We have bag milk here?
Yeah? You didn't have bagged milk?
I've never had bagged milk. I know bagged milk. I don't know why they bag the milk.
We have milk that comes in bags. We also have milk that comes in jugs, but we also have milk that comes in bags.
Yeah, why? That's horrible. Why would you do that?
That's it's Canada for you, I suppose. I'm gonna go and switch tongs here, something a little bit smaller of a profile. These tongs I made.
I
Quite
know.
happy
Why
with
would you
these
put
tongs.
milk in bags?
I don't know why they put milk in bags. You have to have a special pitcher for it. Like you have this jug that you put the bag of milk in, then you cut the top of the bag, you put that in the fridge. And when if you cut the bag wrong, it pours weird. makes big messes. It's a horrible system. I don't know who
put
thought it
beer
up.
in bags or whiskey and mead. Yeah, let's put all alcohol in bags. Let's just put all liquids in bag form. Just be a Canadian.
Because apparently that's more Canadian.
Yeah, bag milk.
Bag milk. I don't know who came up with the concept of bag milk.
12-year-old bagged single malt. Enjoy your sack of beer, chumps. Yeah.
You know, the more we talk about it, the less weird it sounds.
I know, right? I'm still not happy with bagged milk. Seems suspicious.
It does.
Just like a bag of white liquid.
It is a bit suspect. Well, I just flexed the other the other links as well, but there's that.
So a guy is in a sperm bank, just finishing donating sperm. He's sitting down in the doctor's office.
We're gonna get demonetized.
Big glass of milk, and he drinks it all up, and he goes, and the doctor comes in, and the doctor goes, "Oh my God," and the dude's like, "What?" He goes, "You drank my milk." No, you're not getting demonetized, dirty mind. Doctor's just upset that a delicious dairy product was consumed by some patient. Just talking about milk.
It's his fault. He left it out.
Yeah. Like a to-go cup is a grocery bag with a straw. Awesome. There's too many holes in them to be a to-go cup. I know this because I use them when I like scoop my cat litter. It just gets everywhere. Sometimes. I don't do it anymore.
I'm gonna stop there. It definitely needs another welding heat, but it appears to be partially welded. It's a good thing.
Maybe it was lumpy milk.
Joey Vandersteeg, who's, by the way, if you haven't gone to Joey Vandersteeg's YouTube channel, you need to, because he is like
So,
basically
say
like
it for?
basically like an online tutor for me. It's fantastic.
We've already established that he's Yoda blacksmithing.
He's Yoda. He's the Yoda of blacksmithing.
Take Thor's advice and go watch Yoda.
But oh, now I forgot. Now I forgot what I was gonna ask Joey.
It'll come back.
It'll come back to me.
Yoda Vandersteeg.
Yoda Vandersteeg.
Actually,
I don't
kind of
know.
sounds nice.
Subscribe to his channel if you're not. What was it now?
Is it his favorite color?
No,
Oh, favorite dinosaur?
no.
Why are you asking me anything other than that?
Right. It's silly of me.
Something about the links?
It was something about the forge and forge welding. And no, it's escaping me.
How do you weld chain?
Like I'm doing.
Yes.
Much to my delight.
No flux?
Oh, we fluxed it. Perhaps it didn't quite catch that on the camera.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. That's not what he meant. Maybe you wanted to ask about no flux.
Oh. Yes, in fact, you're right. Because Joey does a fantastic job of forging and forge welding without flux. And it's like, it's witchcraft. I don't,
Well, he is Yoda. It's the Force.
how do you use the force in such a way that you prevent oxygen from getting to it? Is it just that you get it that much hotter? Is it a heat thing? I don't quite get it. Yoda read my mind.
Yeah, he did.
He Yoda'd me.
Ouch! It's not about preventing oxygen getting to it.
Oh?
Have you seen any videos by Rowan Taylor? I found his videos very learning a lot.
Yes, absolutely. I'm subscribed to him as well.
Wrought iron and carbon steel. He made a truly wonderful piece based on the set and finds. Hey, thank you!
What was that?
Peter Tucker gave me 10 pounds.
What?
Yeah, come see.
I can't. Hold on.
Is Joey heavier than a duck?
Can we burn him? Don't drop it. Oh, good job.
It's about liquefying the oxides. They push out the dirt and allow you to weld without flux.
Liquefying the oxides. Huh.
You can drop it, just don't catch it with your hand. Oh God, no.
I have chain. All right.
Come see though. This dude just like made 10 pounds.
Ah, yes.
Sorry, I know you're busy doing all the.
No, I'm not too busy to come see this. Hang on one sec. Can you do the camera?
Yep.
10 pounds. Perseverance to success.
Cool, eh?
Thank you, Peter. Success. We have.
Yes.
It's a chain. It works. I can bend iron, but I can't break these links.
Awesome.
So I forge welded some chain.
It says you have 17 points. That's awesome.
Huh?
17 Canadian. I guess that's because of the.
Oh yes, that's 17 Canadian. Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you very much.
That's because over with that currencies were so much more than ours because nobody really wants to pay very much money for monopoly money.
Canada money?
Well, no, it's monopoly money.
Did you know if you scratch it, it smells like maple syrup?
It does. So, okay. You may not be aware of this, but there is a wonderful stereotype about Canadians and maple syrup. I'm gonna get some bar stock here. Let's see here.
I'm following you.
Now I have here, this is much thinner, and I hear that thinner is harder to forge weld, which seems like an interesting thing to do while we are all here and on the air.
Yes, our money is really called loonie, so it's our $1.
Our $1 is called a loonie.
And our $2 is called a toonie.
Yeah, we have a $2 coin. It's called a toonie.
Yeah. No one wants Canadian Tire money, but I'm pretty sure you guys are issued a shipping container full of it at birth. Yeah, no doubt.
All right, so we've got some round stock here, and I think we're going to use this guy here and this guy here. And I'll tell you how big those are in just a moment, because I love it when everything is where it's supposed to be.
Thank you.
Thank you. Vanna does a wonderful job of cleaning my shop up for me.
Aww.
Let's see, what do we got here? 8 mil and 10 mil. 10 mil and 8 mil. They say that the smaller the stock is, the harder it is to weld. We're going to try that. We're going to test it out. I can weld this. That's great. We're going to add this to my chain of progression. But we're going to start with, I think, this guy. Because, yeah,
Smaller stock cools down faster.
That's why, hey? Yeah, because smaller stock loses heat quicker. So we'll put this.
And the anvil sucks the heat faster upon contact.
Ah. Limit,
You are like Yoda.
limiting my contact with the anvil. He is Yoda. Or a witch.
And we have our first A. Did I say A? Did you say A?
Did I say A?
We say it so often, I don't even realize when I'm saying it sometimes.
We do say A.
We say it all the time.
Really?
We don't say like hoser, but we say A. Well, I don't know. Do you say hoser? I don't want to speak for you. Kristen, ha! You said A.
Fantastic. It's a wonderful Canadian stereotype, but there are other places in the world that also say A. Now, if I do this, it's going to leave me not very much. Well,
I forge welded 6mm the other day. It was flat when I finished, but forged. Nice, dude.
who's that?
Peter Gervais.
Peter, right on, dude. Because, yeah, it's apparently difficult. Well, we got a couple of marks here. This is going to be where my my stock B. And I am just mushing my hot cut, but I'm making a mark. No. Oh, look. I can see the bottom of my fire pot. I think it's time to adjust my coal. Got this stuff here, been building up on the side. This is going to create a great big amount of smoke. And I apologize to my neighbors if you're watching.
Turn up the gas. How do you like that Nordic hammer?
I quite like it. It's my second favorite hammer. This Nordic hammer that I have here is fantastic. And I wouldn't have been able to get it. What are you trying to? Okay.
Okay, I'll be back. Sorry.
Isn't she fantastic? Where was I? Oh, yes. So, this is a 2-pound Nordic Forge rounding hammer, and I was able to pick it up because of people who have decided to become patrons of mine on patreon.com. Kind of like a voluntary monthly subscription. My videos are always going to be free, but it allows me to make better videos and get more stuff and do all of these wonderful things. So this is one of the things that I've been able to purchase through the grace of my patrons, and I absolutely love it. It's a great hammer. It works really well. It moves metal fantastically well. It's it was crazy cheap. It was like 40 bucks. There's a link to it in the description of this video, I think. If you want one for yourself, I highly recommend it. It is the cheapest, or I guess most inexpensive. But dude, it's an awesome hammer. I love this hammer. You know, my only complaint was the faces didn't come dressed. That's fine. I dressed them. I made a video on that if you want to see that. And the handle was too narrow for my hands. For a smaller man, it might work just fine. But I found I needed to Canadian it up a bit, and so I wrapped it about with hockey tape. And now it works just fine. Forge is coming along good here. Right. Wet down the coals on the side. To keep my fire nice and concentrated and try not to burn through so much fuel. Very, very good. One thing that I'm not a particular fan of when it comes to coal is you need to get it, like, unless you make a big mound, you need to get this down into the fire pot, and that's something that I have trouble doing, I guess you could say. my feet lifted off the ground. That was 200 pounds of force just got held up by this little bar. Kind of cool. I guess more than 215 pounds now. I got rather ill for a little bit. I had some intestinal troubles, still do, but everything was just kind of flushing right through me, and so I wasn't able to get any like nutrients. I was like really not very good. I think stress had a lot to do with it as well, with everything that was happening with my work and all of that, because that was a big thing. But I'm doing a lot better now. Like I just weighed myself in the last month. I put on half a pound a day. Happy, very happy with that. Get all that nice coal burning away. Perfect. That's nice and cool here. There we go. That's looking better. Just a bit of a bend here. There we go. There. That'll be a little easier to heat up. I'll have to cut off some ends right quick. Tongs are good. One of my most commonly used tongs are these tongs that Joey made. Oh, I know what the other thing I was going to ask Joey is, are you? I know you've kind of gotten away from the production work, like you had your thing in France there, and you just weren't happy with what you had to do in order to make a living doing it. Kudos to you, man. Stand up for what you think is right and don't do anything less. But my question for you is, are you still making hammers and things to sell? Or are you making only videos, or kind of a combination of the two? Because there's a lot of people that I think would buy from you. Okay, I'm just going to be off camera for a moment.
You're a liar. You're not off camera.
For a moment I was.
Oh, for a moment you were. No, I'm the liar. Back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm trying to find my little marks that I made. But, oh, there's one.
Generally, you pile over the fire pot so your stock goes flat with the table.
Ah. So I'm just not piling it up high enough. That's my problem. Fine.
Are you angry? I was angry.
It's gone.
How do you like?
Now I've lost my mark. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we're going to heat that back up. So,
Another comment. It's a combination of the two. I do videos and we produce for others on demand.
sorry, one moment. That was Joey, wasn't it?
Here. Into the fire pot stuff.
wish I had another brick.
Another what?
Another fire brick.
Oh.
Well, I'd like to pile it up on the sides to kind of help build that mound
Yeah.
without using as much coal. I have a very finite amount of coal.
If it's not a fire brick, watch out that it doesn't explode.
It's definitely a fire brick, but very sound advice. I have other bricks, but they're not fire bricks, so I can't use them.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want.
Oh, that's gonna make some smoke.
We don't want to explode. Whoa! Smoke screen. Poke a hole in the middle.
Thank you.
Smoking! I'm gonna smell so much like coal. It's gonna be great. That's what she said. Yes. It is what I said.
It is what she said.
It's very literal.
That's very accurate, yes.
Yes. Have you thought about going into making armor? I started making a 4-piece Norse helmet, and I find it really exciting and fun in general.
Yes, I absolutely have, and that's another reason why I'm using this forge and learning how to use this forge is because I want to make armor. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Can you make me like chest armor?
I mean, it'll be out of metal, which won't be good for the dojo, so
Oh, darn it!
you're thinking, I like it, but... Go. Okay.
Is it bad that I'm already excited for Halloween?
It is the greatest time of the year. There we go. Oh, we'll try this with some round stock. This little beard thingy majiggy was one of my patrons sent it to me. If you're watching, thank you.
It's pretty awesome, actually.
It works. Works pretty good. It's my first time using it. I figured it was appropriate. I'm also wearing this and this. And they were both given to me by patrons as well. Viewers, you guys are great.
I am boring. I care about the day after Halloween discount candy. Yeah.
Oh,
we
I
like
know.
that
The day
too.
after these are fantastic. One of my favorite ones is Easter because all of the Easter candy, giant 1-pound rabbits for $1. So good.
For 5 hours, I use so much coal. How much would you recommend?
Sorry, can you ask that again?
It says, oh, I have to move the camera. I'll ask you in a bit.
There is a U.
Now.
not have enough heat to be able to do it all in one shot. Sorry, what was the question?
For say 5 hours, I use so much coal. How much would you recommend?
I'm not sure how to answer that question. As much as you need. I find that I use far less coal because I have this damper. You can't, can you put it on down here?
I can.
So see this little foot pedal here? Right now it's kind of at an idle. The fan is still blowing, but there's a gate that closes. And when I press down on this, it opens the gate and allows the air to flow.
Yes.
I find that that saves me quite a lot of coal. That also allows me to regulate my the temperature of my fire better. There are other ways you can do that, but that's the way that I find works for me. I'm not sure what this steel is. So, mystery steel, forge welding, what could go wrong? I'm going to see if this is going to work. Okay, here's my scarf.
I thought they had Molson and Tim Hortons in the yard on Canadian Easter. Weird. That and bagged milk. Holland's really beautiful. I went there a few years ago to visit a friend and he gave me the whole tour. I want to go to Holland.
Holland would be a really cool place to go. I would really like that.
Yeah.
I have to go to Europe at some point here, probably in the next few years, I would think.
Yeah.
I need to go to Denmark, to Iceland. That'll be a different trip. I need to go see Joey wherever it is that he is at. I think you're in the Netherlands. I'm not sure if that's where you're back at, but he was in France for a while. Lots of different places I need to go.
Yep.
But I'm too broke to travel, so.
Little kids running around lugging baskets full of bagged milk. Hilarious. And what do you think about the rest of the country? Did you never go there?
Holland?
Yeah, we've never been.
No, I've never been to Holland. I would like to go. It looks very pretty. Very nice there.
Apparently, Joey lives in the Netherlands, 10 minutes away from the Amsterdam airport, and he can pick you up no problem. I know, right? That'd be awesome.
Back in fire. Starting to get a little weld going there. This is my flux.
Recently, me and my friends started to forge an axe, but unfortunately, we didn't get far due to my drift heating up and folding upon itself. And then, what metal do you use for drifts?
I have. This is the drift that I use used for this axe. This is a jackhammer bit. I don't know what steel it is, but it worked. It's quite thick. It's good. I made it also quite long because aside, it looks like I could hunt vampires with it, doesn't it?
It does. Please do this.
But there's a H13, I think it is, an air hardening steel, and that apparently works quite well. We've lost. Uh-oh. go.
Skillfully
Saved it.
done, baby.
Saved it. We need to add more coal.
The EU out. What? No way. The EU outlawed borax in Germany for private use? That's crazy.
What?
Yeah,
Germany can't use borax?
apparently. Well done. No panic when you use the metal in the fire. When you lose the metal in the fire, stay calm.
Thank
and
you.
Use the poker or rake. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, apparently you can buy it in Holland.
But you can't buy it in Germany.
That's
You can. I bought mine at Walmart.
yeah. There's some places outlaw weird things. I mean, the States outlawed Kinder eggs.
Yeah, Kinder Surprise eggs are outlawed, but you can buy an assault rifle.
Yeah,
You can get a shotgun at the bank.
that's pretty awesome. Yeah, no Kinder eggs, but yeah. It's okay. Didn't we outlaw butterfly knives here?
Yeah, battle songs or butterfly knives are completely banned here.
I
Not allowed
don't
to
get that.
have them at all.
I understand.
I don't understand. They're fun.
I know, right? Yeah, I don't understand because I mean you're gonna like cut your fingers off before you go cut somebody
No,
else.
the reason that they banned it is not because of self-injury. I mean, that may be a contributing factor,
It's
but
because of
it's because it was an intimidation technique that was used in the 50s
Ugh.
by greasers, and so because of that, it was banned, and it has remained banned in Canada since then.
No Kinder eggs, but bag of milk. We have Kinder eggs in Canada, just not the States.
Yeah, it's the States that doesn't have the Kinder eggs. We do. We can wash our Kinder eggs down with some bagged milk.
Yeah.
Just kind of like blue milk, but white.
Apparently you need a business license to get it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just laundry soap.
I know, right?
What else can you use it for besides from this?
Colorado just legalized medicinal fireworks. Medicinal crystal meth.
You know, Granny's got some gout. Why not let her gack out on some tweak, you know?
Oh, it's horrible. Oh my god, it's horrible.
Let's just end the madness and finally legalize medical meth.
Oh god. Oh, it's connection problems.
What?
Connection problems.
Oh.
Connection problems.
It says it's going on here.
Yeah. Maybe it was just something.
It's back. Okay, it's back. He says it's back.
Okay, well that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
it's. I can
We're
see
back,
it.
back,
It's
back.
coming back.
Yeah, that was weird. It's funny because like it was just fine on here. I didn't even notice until you guys started commenting.
But it's back. That's what's important.
Yes.
Is the connection strong now? Are we good? Can everybody see?
I can see. I can see that you're not showing us the gun show. Like I asked you to.
Again with the gun show.
Again with the gun show.
Go.
It took me a while to learn that ATM meant at the moment because I thought it meant something else, and I did not think it meant the ATM.
Automated teller machine?
No, no, I did not think it meant that.
It doesn't. That is not hot enough, I don't think. Yeah. Definitely need to be hotter.
these kids these days eating Tide Pods. They should take the sink chowder challenge.
Sink chowder challenge.
Ew. You can't even say it without wincing. It's nasty. They should though. I mean, it wouldn't kill them. Sure get them internet fame though. As long as you don't do that on my forge, Chris. LOL.
Which? Oh, yeah, he means the banging. Yeah, I just use the edge here as a makeshift anvil for a moment. I have a piece of railroad track that I'd like to keep here, but I take it off and I forgot to put it back.
It hides.
I'm not liking this dome thing. I mean, the dome, I got the dome.
I'm 16 and I hope to be a future blacksmith. No Tide Pods for me. Good. Don't do Tide Pods.
Good man.
Don't do Tide Pods.
Friends don't let friends eat Tide Pods.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
Time was so much simpler. Things were so much simpler when I was your age.
Yeah.
We just
Back in my day, we
did
used
drugs.
to do drugs. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we're almost there now.
I'm modestly surprised you don't keep your hammer in position resting on your anvil. It likes to stay with him.
I'm honestly surprised at that too. It would be so much easier if I did. And it's something that I need to do.
The anvil speaks to him. The anvil. The hammer speaks to him. Tells him not to let it go.
Yeah. Don't leave me.
Mike, don't be a future blacksmith, be a blacksmith. That is awesome advice. And just get started. Just do it.
Yeah, don't be a future blacksmith, just be a blacksmith.
Yeah, the earlier you learn, the more you'll be able to learn.
Joey, how old were you when you started forging, started blacksmithing? You're quite young, weren't you? It's a good looking little bit of trim. There you go. That looks a lot better than the square stock that I was using, doesn't it?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It's even blended.
Hello, we're doing really well.
Quite well, thank you. Okay, there's that one.
I just spoke for you. Now you have to be doing well. I'm a liar.
I am. I'm having a great time. Where's my aha?
It's something a forged in fire winner forced upon me a few years ago. The hammer stays where my right hand will reach on top of your right. Cool. He was 9 when he started messing around with hot steel.
9, eh? Really?
And playing with fire before that. That's cool.
Yeah, me too, buddy. All right, so let's do that.
Poison fire. Yeah.
Says the Rhiannon.
Hey. I can't say anything. Hey, what did I miss? Well, there was a comet that struck. A couple flying cows, but...
I just finished a, this is 10 mil round stock, and it is forged quite successfully into a link of chain.
Yes.
This link of chain,
You miss a lot of fart jokes, man.
this link of chain is far less pretty, but there it is. And the next one is heating up.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
Get a shovel.
Everybody's from all over the world. Don't ask about the Hardy hole.
Yarr.
That might have been me. I make awkward noises all the time. Chris is just used to it.
Kind of just noise now.
Yeah.
Wonderful noise.
Oh, thank
Good noise.
you. Yeah. It's like background noise when I'm there. Just see if we're on the phone. I've been put on hold. I make my own hold music.
She does.
I use this theme for Jeopardy.
Alright. Come on, just a little bit deeper in the tongs, please. Ah! I'll lose it. There we go. I might almost have enough heat. I had enough heat for one. I don't think I have enough heat for the second. Oh, well, let's try it. Ah! Oh, I gotta turn around. No, I don't. Fuck.
Now I can read comments. Ah.
Okay, yeah, you read comments. I need to put more coal. I need to get more coal.
Mention of the Hardy Hole now conjures up images of Danny bandits on the high seas. That's awesome. May the forge be with you.
May the forge serve you well.
Have you ever tried to forge a bayonet? I was thinking about doing one tomorrow.
I have never forged one, but I have thought about it.
Here's the house. Here.
There. 3 tons of coal. It's a
I love your precise measurements.
It's a measurement now.
They make me happy.
A dustpan worth of coal.
The dustpan. I'm gonna make pork steaks for you on the barbecue for lunch.
Mm,
I know, I'm hungry now.
me too.
I know,
Now that you mention it.
I know.
Oh, we have coffee.
Not anymore.
Ah, shit, wife.
I know, right? Awesome. Okay, see you later, Peter.
Very well,
He's gotta
Peter.
go.
Thank you for coming and watching.
Yes.
Wait a minute. That came out wrong.
Oh, God.
Leave her out of this.
Have a good day, Peter. As we've said, this is a demand.
This is a demand.
You have to have a good day now. We're watching you. We've got
Yeah.
spies everywhere. Right, babe?
Yeah.
Chris may have gotten the order of operations here. Wrong.
Yeah.
Ah,
What was the what did I do? Which part?
I'm not sure.
I'm eager
They
to know.
haven't said that.
Who said that?
Curiosity forge. How long are you forging your game?
As long as I have time.
Watching then coming. Yeah, that's the order of operations you got wrong. Took me a second to get that.
Thank you. Come again.
God, no.
Hey, Apu is a fantastic character. I don't care what the millennials say.
It's leaking!
It's supposed to.
I know. I like the dribble.
Well, it used to be nice and toit, but it's now wiggly.
Are you getting new neighbors? Yes. Their house is coming up right now, and I hope they're good neighbors.
I hope they don't mind coal smoke.
Yeah. What kind of blower do you have hooked up?
That is a fantastic question. I have no idea.
Something we gotta ask Fred?
Yep. We want this side.
What is your preferred type of hammer and weight?
The answer for that one is the appropriate hammer for the application or for the way that I want to use the metal. The hammer that I find myself using the most is this one here, made by Joy Vandersteek, who's in the comments, who's watching. And it's fantastic. It's 3.5 pounds. I find that that's pretty good. I wanted a 3 pound. It ended up coming out 3.5. I'm glad that it did. That extra ½ pound, it allows me to work very large stock. And it also is delicate enough to be able to work very thin stock. It's just not very good for forge welding. It tends to shoot all the stuff everywhere, and it's just too big for that. But this is my go-to hammer 95% of the time.
Yeah, I know, because he's got like a bunch of Hanover. See? Look at all those hammers. Look at all those freaking hammers. And he uses one. He uses one.
At the moment,
Well, two.
But yeah.
This
is my 4% of the time hammer, and those are my 1% of the time hammers.
I know. He needs so many of them. And he's always like, I need to get a new hammer.
I do need a new hammer.
I know. You always need a new hammer, though. You always need a new hammer.
I need to make a diagonal peen hammer. I'm going to make a diagonal... No.
How about more tongs?
Yes, tongs. These are in the works. I accidentally burnt this one up, and so I tried to lap it over on itself and forge weld it, and it worked okay. I'm not going to continue with it because okay is probably
Because he's a perfectionist.
It'll probably just break.
Oh. Well, it's a good thing that you're a perfectionist then, if it's just gonna break.
A little bit of a perfectionist. I try to make things as perfect as I'm capable. And seeing as how I'm capable of making those better, I don't want to use them.
Never too many tongs or hammers or tongs or anvils. All of my hammers came from Home Depot and Harbor Freight. Your last video was good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm speaking for this person. Really liked your forge, by the way.
Yes, I'm quite happy with it myself. It works very well. It was made by a man who really knew what he was doing.
Hail. Yes. Almost said gun show.
I knew what you were doing.
That was actually a comment.
I know, but I knew what you were doing.
Skull.
Skull!
What's your neighbors up to? What do your elf eyes see?
Two people that I've never seen around here before.
Do we have to get the axe?
I'll just throw hot metal at them.
Awesome. Wouldn't that mess up your metal though?
Worth it. Okay, that turned out all right. flux it, buy it some wine, some candles, a few flowers, put on some jazz, and get it hot.
Hopefully going to do another live stream Sunday if all goes well. That's awesome, dude.
Who's that?
SMS Smithing.
Oh, right on.
You're highly recommended in the pagan groups as the #1 blacksmithing channel.
Yeah. I'm currently live streaming on YouTube right now.
Oh, brilliant.
If you hide behind there, you won't be able to see you. If you come out here, they will be able to see you.
Awesome.
Yes. Making chain today.
Oh, I'm supposed to be behind the camera. Now it's reading comments.
Nuts. I think I'm going to switch to my heavier tongs.
Third drop forging.
Is that my third drop?
Yep.
That's not too bad. I'm usually a lot more fumbly.
Pretty sure scorched vagabond serves as an effective substitute for borax. Jeez.
Oh, it brings you gentlemen this way.
I'm a blacksmith.
Oh, you're the 20-year-old blacksmith.
I wish I was Alex Steele.
There was a man who was just here. I assume sent you our
Yes.
way. That's your father.
I'm working because,
Oh, fantastic.
yes, the 20-year-old blacksmith.
Right on.
So I've just, you told me about it, I was like, well, hell, I'm going to come over and say hi.
Might as well.
It's cool.
What's your name?
Joey,
Joey.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Tim.
Tim. Wonderful. I'm Chris.
Hello, mysterious hands that I can't see. Awesome.
Because we were just, we went to a few antique stores, and there was one in Ladysmith, and it had a bunch of tools, and it had like a small post vise like that.
Yeah.
It was tinted, but it was missing the spring. It was quite expensive. I was like, nah.
How much do they want for it?
$275.
For the post vise?
For post vise minus the spring.
Yeah, if it had the spring, that would be
Well, that's what
worth
it's like.
it.
If it had the spring, I would go for it. But because also there's a few guys, because I live in Vancouver, what they've done is they've just taken their car and then gone out east into the prairies, and they can pick up everything for super cheap.
Apparently your hands are famous now.
Your hands are now famous.
They're now gone.
The hands behind the sheet.
Yes.
I take it you have a forge of your own, yes?
I have a wood forge.
Which?
A Whitlock's wood-fired forge.
Oh.
So it runs off of raw wood, charcoal. Coal is a little bit, it's all that kind of stuff. Coal is a little bit too dirty. We did some smelting in our backyard.
Yeah.
We put like 3 bits of Canadian coal, and we pissed off the neighbors, and I got a visit from the fire chief.
Really?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Where you're in the?
I live in New Westminster, so it's small.
Oh, okay.
Like little, everyone's pretty close together, so as soon as you chuck one piece of coal, then everyone just kind of starts freaking out.
Canadian coal is filthy.
It is. It's very dirty.
It's burning. It's like the oxides in the
Yes. Canadian coal is not very good.
Oh, whoopsies.
Our apparently our bituminous oil, or bituminous, is quite good for whatever. I don't know, whatever they use it for. But our coal is apparently very, very dirty.
No, it's
And
horrible.
I'm not sure if that's what this is or not. There's a whole bunch of it behind you there. There we go. So we got our second link made.
Yes.
Well, I guess our 5th link made. Now I need to link the links. They're empty.
Whoa.
They're
What do
empty.
you use that for?
Just containers. I've
Oh,
got,
just as containers.
I've got water in this one. I've got clinker and stuff like that in that one.
Okay, I thought that was like, wait, that's just not really isopropyl.
Nope. I got it from a hydroponic store actually. They apparently use it. I don't know what for, but
Mystery stuff.
this over a little bit.
fan for the pool.
Yes.
I used an old hairdryer for a long time. I still have the first.
I had my first one there, hair dryer.
Yours actually hit others. She was not.
It's easier to beg forgiveness than ask permission.
Yeah,
Good
exactly.
job.
Exactly.
Good job.
Same applies to the fire department.
Yeah.
I used to be in the fire department, so they won't bug me.
Nice. Well
They
said.
come in here like this. What are you doing? Like, I'm a blacksmith. You know that. When we get complaints of smoke, it's just a campfire. Okay, bye.
So then how long have you been smoking?
2 years.
2 years now.
Just over 2 years.
Full time,
Part time.
Part-time?
Yeah, just as a hobby.
It's the way to do
I
it.
learned how to do it through YouTube, and then one of the guys I learned how to do it from decided that he would put out a challenge to everybody to make something. I can't remember what it was, and this was my reward for my efforts.
Nice.
And then I just kept doing the YouTube thing because everybody had such wonderful
what
advice.
I've been trying to find like a class or something, but it's really difficult to find in Vancouver. My mom has been saying though there is a blacksmith up here that will teach classes, and that there's like a guild.
Vancouver Island Blacksmith Association.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm part of that. And we went to, where did we go? Surrey?
Yeah, we went to Cloverdale
Yeah.
or something. Cloverdale.
Cloverdale.
Cloverdale's much better.
Yeah, well, it's basically Surrey. It's like right beside.
Hey,
Yes.
I'm still using a hairdryer. Don't judge. LOL. What would you recommend instead?
I recommend your hair dryer.
Yeah.
It works. It works
Yeah,
just
it
fine.
works. Just make sure you can like keep the flow very make sure you can, depending on how powerful it is, don't want to blow sparks and ash all over yourself.
Exactly. I use a dimmer switch, and that controls the power going to the fan, which therefore controls the speed of the fan.
My dad had an old Christmas inflatable that went dead, so he ripped that off and gave me the fan for that.
Yeah, that'll
And
work.
it's got the dimmer, I could just wire a dimmer onto that as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've done.
S&S Smithing's gotta go. See you later.
Goodbye, S&S. We'll
Have
see
a
you
good day,
when
and
you
remember
go
that is
live.
a demand.
Yes, you're demanded to have a good day.
We're watching you. If you don't have a good day, we'll find you.
Our spy network is extensive.
Yes. You were commanded to have a good day.
How long have you been forging for?
On and off for about 2 years.
Right on.
Started actually smelting.
Yeah?
In his backyard with a steel bucket, plaster Paris and sand, molded that, and then stuck the crucible in with a hair dryer and a steel pipe and melted lead and aluminum into ingots and copper. Well, the copper was with the coal, that's how we got in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, right on.
And then it started from there, and then I was looking on YouTube, and then I just got really interested in this.
Yes.
And then I have a little patch in my backyard that was just useless, and so I built my own little pad, put stones down, the brick wall and everything. And then initially I got a barbecue from Walmart, cast iron pan, steel pipe, and hair dryer, and that was my forge.
Nice.
Off of charcoal, and then
Yeah.
first thing in the morning. But then later on I found, I guess you're on YouTube, you would know Wrangler Star?
Yeah.
He initially got me into the wood-fired forge.
Yeah.
Because he's on the homestead, so he's got tons of wood. And that's how I got into that.
That's pretty cool.
In my forge, I use an air mattress pump. It works very well. That sounds like it would work well. Don't tell them about the bagged milk. They may be spies.
No, they're Canadian. They know about bagged milk. Americans are enthralled with the fact that we have bagged milk.
Oh, really? I thought they would be the ones to have bagged milk.
We have bagged milk.
I never see bagged milk. I've never had bagged milk ever in my life. I think it's just a big myth that everybody's perpetuating. Like how cookie dough can get you salmonella.
Yeah. Well, you cool the outside, so you have like the small amount of fire that you only need. Otherwise, you just burn through too much.
Well, now they
Too
know.
much fire.
That's exactly right.
That's why I like solid fuel forges compared to gas, because that you can isolate fuel. Like if you're making a nail or a rivet, you want to just heat up the end. You can do it with that. With that one, you can heat the whole rivet, then you have to cool the shank, and then you can mess around with it.
Remember how I said I didn't spill the coffee, love? I totally did. There's a big old coffee stain right here. I'm wearing a white shirt, so that's never gonna come out.
No, that's there forever now.
Yep, this is gonna be the live stream coffee stain.
It's a work shirt now.
It's
Yeah, it's a work
now.
shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happens to all my good clothes.
What kind of forge do you have now?
I have it's a V-shaped wood-fired forge. I got the chimney for it.
Oh yes.
I run off of the hairdryer. It came with head crank. I did that for a while. I was like, okay, that's enough. Rip that out. Put a blow dryer in, and it's got probably like almost 2 feet long, and so it's got the steel two-year all the way through 10 different holes at different increments.
Yep.
So you can go 1, 2, 3 depending on how long you want to fire the beam.
Gotcha.
And then it gives you a little this V bracket with a little fire brick. Okay, I want this big of a fire, bring the brick up and see it in there.
I like the I like charcoal. I like the wood fire forge charcoal. Not wood, but
Yeah,
charcoal.
well, we don't have a wood fireplace in our house, but what we do, but it's going to be commissioned, we have a lot of firewood. So I'm just burning through that, and then once I finish that, then I'll go back to charcoal.
Well, love, any comments?
Oh yeah. One thing I really aspire to do on my forge is make handmade Damascus. I really don't like all the power hammer stuff. It takes away from the traditional touch.
It does.
It take a long good luck with that.
It takes longer.
B&B Forge says, good afternoon, not sure what I walked into with the bag milk. And then Ragnarok said bag milk is blasphemy. Blasphemy.
Bag milk is blasphemy?
Yeah.
Get out.
It is blasphemy. I haven't even heard of
I
it.
grew up on bag milk, man.
It's a lie. It's just like how adults tell you that cookie dough is going to make you sick.
Oh, bag milk. Because the bag milk I'm used to is powdered milk for smoothies.
Oh, yeah. No, I've had powdered milk. Definitely not that. No.
I call it the moon milk.
Oh, yeah. I've never heard of bag milk. No, it is offensive. We mean offense. Bag milk is blasphemy. You're right.
Well, that's okay. I'll accept it.
Where does one purchase bag milk?
I don't know.
From the grocery store.
I haven't seen it. I don't get it.
It's not something you see anymore.
Easily mistaken for horse semen as well.
If that's what you're into.
What? Oh,
No,
I happen to be a
it's,
breeder.
it's 2018. No kink shaming.
Oh,
no. Enjoy
God.
your sacks of milk.
I saw a book today all about horse breeding.
Oh,
It's
God.
about ironic.
Slap 2 bags of milk together, lube it up with Vaseline, and go to town. I'm demonetized.
Just get a little warm. Not too hot because you'll melt the plastic and you'll make a mess.
Ew.
Milk mess.
Oh, Lord. So how many big tongs have you forged yourself?
Most.
Joey just says, well, ...
Yeah, right, Joe?
Yeah.
This live stream went an interesting way.
And we always end up talking about food or...
Oh, right. I gotta not do that with this one yet.
Found your channel. I thought it was cool. You got a new subscriber.
Hey, fantastic.
Awesome, dude. Unmatched mental imagery. Awesome. We scarred you.
You're
We
welcome
scarred
for
you,
the
Oda.
scars.
How can we properly thank you for all the advice?
There we go.
Gotta scar you with milk. Bag milk.
We got a little bit overzealous and bent it prematurely.
It's a problem with bag milk.
It's a problem with that now.
Yeah.
Premature bending. Oh dear.
I swear we're blacksmithing. I'm going to work on a hammer eye drift on Sunday. That's pretty cool.
Hammer eye drift on Sunday, hey?
Yes.
I'm not sure if Joey has a good video on that. Just off the top of my head, sorry, Joe. But Daniel Leah has an excellent video on. There we go. Daniel Leah has an excellent video on making hammer eye drifts, and I followed his instructions to the letter. In came up with this, and it works quite well. I'm very happy with it. You looking for a post vise?
Yep.
I have one you might find of interest. It does not have a spring. Right?
What?
But it's not $270. Apparently I have two, actually.
Smith is a hoarder.
Yeah.
Trying to remember which one is one that I want to keep.
There was the gun show.
There was the gun show. If you caught it, that's good for you.
I caught it. Oh, I caught it.
Oh, I've got many vices. Where are my...
I don't want to take away from your smithing then.
You're not. It's okay. Just do one moment. So that one is... Not going to tell me. Here.
Reminds me of AVE.
Doesn't chooch, man. No, AVE, it's a machinist channel on YouTube. It's all the shmoo and chooch. It's a Canadian guy.
Oh, keep your dick in a place.
Yeah,
Keep your dick in a vice. That's right.
Awesome.
5 inches.
It's either it's like that, or he'll like
5
go a little
inches.
more PG and be like, ah, keep your stick on the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
If you're,
Those are all 5 inch vices. And no.
what's with the holes on that one?
That one.
I think that's the mountain.
That's for mounting.
So I think like with the stem there.
This one. And if you like, I can help you make a spring.
Oh, cool. Wall.
Yes, thank you.
Oh yeah.
Kind of question about that too.
Okay, the green-eyed guy showed up. I'm jealous.
Yeah. This is the bracket for the spring. Spring goes in here. Wedge goes in here. And then you also need to mount it in some fashion, but that works for that. This one here's got the spring. This one doesn't have the spring. I'm keeping this one. I want this one because it's got the right end cap that I like. Sorry?
Like you got the little ball in the other end of the vice, is that important?
You have to come show me what you mean. What?
One missing ball.
Like this.
He's on camera. You see him now. Ah, yes. That one, this one doesn't have that as well. I think it's just an aesthetic thing.
It's just an aesthetic thing.
Yeah, it's just a different style.
Oh yeah, that's just got the screw coming in.
Yeah, it's just a different style.
Now we're
It's the
looking at
whole.
vices.
It's the whole. This is the assembly here
Yeah.
that you're interested in. This is just.
That's just
I want
aesthetics.
to keep these two because these two look the same.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but this one here, and I can help you make a spring for it. I'm not sure how much they'd want for it. They wanted 270 without a spring.
275 out of spring.
I'll help you make a spring, and you can have it for 2.
Does anybody speak Chinese here?
Not very well.
Just got called by somebody from China.
Oh,
I hung up relatively quickly.
oh. Well, I may have been able to help you.
Really?
Ni hao.
They start with ni hao. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, ni hao. Ni hao ma.
You're friendly.
I am. Life's too short to be a grouch, I guess.
Unless you're Oscar,
Unless you're Oscar.
then that's kind of is your
He
life.
does live in the garbage, so
Yeah, why would he? But he chooses to.
he's basically the junkie of Sesame Street.
He chooses to live in the trash can. I don't understand why he's grumpy about that.
Stuck together.
Sorry, I'm not sure what your question is.
That big lump on the left hand side of coal.
That is stuck together coal. Ah! That didn't forge. That didn't weld. It forged, but it didn't weld.
Awesome. dumpster lives a positive life. It's not a trash can. It's a trash can, not a trash can't. Yeah.
Yes. We're gonna have to do that one again. That's
So
okay.
basically you're saying it's okay, stay positive, even if you're a garbage person, because it's called a trash can, not a trash cannot.
Very funny.
Very funny.
I got another joke for you, babe.
All right.
A guy walked into a bar and said, ouch.
Wait a
Classic.
A pedophile, a war criminal, and a liar all walk into a bar. Sit down at the bar they sit down at the bar and the bartender says, "Well, Father, what'll it be?"
Oh God. Oh no. Oh, I just got that. I can't share my jokes on here. They're way too over the top. No, share your jokes. Seriously. We want to hear them.
Sorry?
Some Curiosity Forge says he can't share his jokes.
He can. I won't get demonetized for your comments, only for mine.
Why did the anvil go to an AA
That will
meeting?
count as
Because he was
mine.
always getting hammered.
I got a bar joke as well. You want to hear a dirty Scottish bar joke?
Yes.
Yes, come on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one welded a little bit. You're like, nope, not worth it.
No, coming around.
Hello.
Hello. It's the hand. So,
The invisible hand.
The invisible
Yeah.
hand.
there's a Scotsman in the bar. His name is Golly. He sits down next to his mate and he goes, "Aye, mate. See that stool you're sitting on there? Built that stool with my own hands. Do they call me Golly the stool maker? No. See that table over there? Built that table with my own hands. Do they call me Golly the table maker? No. See that dock down the harbour? Built that dock with my own hands. But do they call me Golly the dock maker? No. But you fuck one goat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, now I'm gonna look at tongues.
Okay. Awesome.
One goat. That's all it takes.
They love it.
Yeah.
They love it. That's fantastic. What are the comments, my love?
Love it. That's what it says. Love it.
Fantastic anymore.
So like thin triangle
How many people we got watching right now?
23.
23 people. Amazing.
Right?
Aye. Did not weld.
Must use more bullets. Drop.
Fourth time you've dropped forged.
Fourth time drop.
I'm counting now
Is
too.
that what you call it? Drop forging.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now that's a weed eater.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
You see my lawn, it needs it.
We don't play. We don't play with grass.
around.
Yeah.
So where have you come across all of your kit?
I have accumulated over the last couple of years. I got a great deal of it from a good friend of mine, Fred, who's retired now. And so all of the tongs with tape on them, those are all his. This forge was his. I got,
Because that forge is awesome.
yeah, oh yeah, it is. He built it himself. And
Forge shop.
naturally so. He was a blacksmith for, God, I don't know how long. Served in the military and all of that. Very interesting man. Known as the octopus wrangler.
Yeah.
You may have seen him on Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Name's Fred. Next time you're watching Discovery Channel and you see a special on octopuses or deep sea diving or diving of any kind, and you see a man who is referred to as Fred the Octopus Wrangler, that's who made this. No, not quite. Okay, we'll give it another flushing.
Yeah, so rib also. Pocket chainsaw, pocket chainsaw. That's not pocket. Well, no.
See, it's an original chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a chainsaw.
It's a chain that is a saw. Yeah, it's the original chainsaw. You would put a piece of wood through either end. One person stands on one side, one person stands on the other, and they row. And they row through the log. Come on, chain weld. What time is it, Ram? 1:22.
You got accurate time. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Someone go on it at 1:25.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's 22. Tell
Yeah.
me.
What time is it?
Exactly.
Precision. We deal in precision.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to be, as soon as I get this link forge welded, coming to an end of our show today.
I have to tell you a bunch of jokes after I'm done filming.
Oh, there's a real joke's coming.
We did this one live stream where just everybody just blasted the comments with just like
It was a
horribly
late
dark jokes.
night.
That's right.
Horribly dark. Definitely demonetized YouTube.
Yeah, it was demonetized before we even started it because we messed up on it and it dropped the F-bomb like right in the beginning.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
That's all it takes now, really?
Oh yeah.
It's incredibly easy to get demonetized.
Okay, let's see.
Oh yeah, I have a few rake cropper blowers. That one you cannot have, but there's another one over there.
I don't want to pick everything off here.
Actually, the stuff that I intend, like that post vise, if you're interested in it, is something that I was gonna sell anyway. I just hadn't gotten around to it. Same would be true with that blower over there. It needs some work, but it'd be the last blower you ever need, and it would work perfectly for your wood fire forge.
Hey,
It
Ben,
will blow you away. Yes.
why did the hearing impaired blacksmith go to Victoria's Secret? Secret that the tongs were on sale.
Heard that there were tongs on sale. Yeah. Right on.
Oh, that's an extendor.
One time I saw this wino eating grapes and I was like, dude, you gotta wait.
Okay, I hear it. Yeah, there we go. Ah, hammer.
Oh. Very long joke. I promise I will get to it, but I need time to actually sit down at the computer and read it all, so that's why I haven't read it. I see it though. I'll read it right before we... You'll see. You'll see.
Okay,
It'll happen.
there we go. Irregular looking links, but links of chain nonetheless.
You know what would be a terrible idea?
I can think of several.
Trying to lick it.
Due to the Leidenfrost effect, it is actually possible.
What? Really?
Oh yeah, you can dip a sausage in molten lead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh my.
but you have to cover it in water first.
yeah. But yeah, that's entirely possible. It's just difficult to get right and painful to get
It's like
wrong.
putting out a candle.
Exactly that.
That I could do.
There is some more chain. I got that one to weld. It was the, we can bring it close here so you can see. That one was much more difficult to weld. I had to really try at that one. Not that I wasn't trying, of course, the entire time.
That's Bob's.
That's Bob.
Bob's squishy.
Yep. He's also not filled with water, so if you punch him, he'll fall over and make a mess.
Oh no. Oh, drink it up.
Yeah, right? It's my fault. I've been neglecting him.
Oh, they just drank him.
You get thirsty.
Was it true that there's a smith somewhere in the U.S. making money selling forged bondage materials?
Yes.
Lots of rivets.
Yeah.
It's extraordinarily true, and I was approached due to my heretics fork to make a bunch of bondage stuff for people, and I'm very strongly considering it, but I'm too busy making axes to make that right now. So
Oh, hold on.
there's some chain. I like the round a lot better than I like the square, eh? Works.
Square chain?
I made square chain.
Today I dropped a huge stone slab on my foot. It cut really deep and it feels broken. Hopefully it doesn't affect my forging. Dude, you should go to the hospital.
That'll definitely affect your fortune.
Yeah.
Well, certainly, if you have to do anything like standing or walking, maybe you
I have
can
to
get
go.
a little wheelchair or something.
Through the comments.
Oh yes, yes. Read comments, my love.
Sorry, there's this guy who told a really cool joke. It's really long though, so.
I hope so.
That's not so bad.
Okay.
Oh, that smell. Oh, that smell very well.
Mm-hmm.
Freshly foraged church camp.
Okay, hold on. So this man is drinking in a bar late at night. Bartender says, "Man, I gotta cut you off." The man says, "Yeah, you're probably right. I should be getting home." He tries to stand up and falls flat on his face. He's thinking, "Oh man, I'm more drunk than I first thought." The bartender asks if he needs some help, but the man said he just needs some air. So he crawls out of the door and moves in the night air. His head clears a little bit, and he tries to stand again, and he falls flat on his face. He's thinking, "I'm so wasted." He falls a few more times and eventually just goes, "Man, I'll just crawl home. It's right over there." So he gets in bed and passes out. His wife wakes him up with breakfast. She says, "You have a good time at the bar last night?" He says, "Yeah." She says, "Heard you got pretty wasted." He says, "Yeah, but who told you?" She says, "The bartender. He called and said you left your wheelchair there." That was worth it, dude. That was worth it.
That was worth it. That was a good joke.
This is me, but I know there's only two.
You got Touchmark?
Yeah.
Well, as close as I am to Amsterdam,
Yes.
I haven't had any of
Exactly
the
what I was.
bondage materials.
He's from
Then again, we are cheap.
Scandinavia.
Yes.
And he's got a power hammer in his little shed, his blacksmithing shed. He's got a coal for it and everything.
Yes, did you order that online or something?
I ordered it
go
through
to
him.
the
Yes.
hospital. Seriously.
Did he actually seriously crush his foot with a
Yes.
slab of rock?
Yes, he did. This is
I should laugh, but it's funny because my father did the same thing not that long ago. There was a big steel vise. He was taking it off a table, and it just slipped out of his hands. He had steel-toed shoes on, but like the fancy leather steel-toed shoes.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
it hit just beyond the steel toe.
Ouch.
Right on like the fleshy part of the top of his foot.
Oh.
Wham! Woo! We walked inside and it's just throbbing pain. And the next day, his whole foot was blue.
Oh.
So my brother walks in and goes, "Hey, Dad, I heard you hurt your foot." And he goes, "Yeah," and he sort of like lifts it on the table.
Oh my
So- And then my brother pulls up the pant leg to have a little look, and just rolls on the floor laughing harder than he's ever laughed. I've never seen him laugh that hard. Because my brother thought, oh, you know, he stubbed his toe.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like up to just what the shin is throbbing with
Oh
blue,
my
so his
God.
toes are like spread apart. It's so swollen.
Oh, that's so
Wow.
bad.
Yeah, no, but he toughed it out. He didn't go to the hospital. Like, you need an x-ray. It's probably many things broken.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, he carried on.
I was like that. I cut the pad of my finger and decided we were still camping. We needed to keep camping. So
Yeah, of course, of course.
yeah, we didn't go anywhere. We went up to the house, up to my buddy's house, and then they bandaged me up there, and then we went back to camping.
Yeah.
Of course.
It
No.
probably took as long to do that as it would have to go to the hospital in the first
Yeah, I
place.
know.
but-
You should have went to the hospital. Just-
Yes, we should have.
First
You were
place.
right.
Okay, now you have to look straight into the camera and tell the dude to go to the hospital.
I won't be at all offended if you leave to go to the hospital, dude. Like, you're going to be the best judge as to whether or not you need to go. So, if you think you need to go, go. You can watch this later. Honestly.
That's his Touchmark right there.
Oh, cool. Get away. Don't worry, I wouldn't hit you.
Well, I'm worried about the slag.
Show me your slide marks.
Oh, I've got. He's busy. It's fortune change. That's a big slice or a light ice. Whatever. This slice. Making it huge. Yeah.
We're going to make one last link. I need something to join the round to the square, so
do half sweet, half brown.
There you go. There's your
Total
shot.
combination, like.
This dude is crazy.
no.
He just hates doctors.
He just hates doctors. Well, fair enough.
Well, I don't think he hates doctors. He got injured very badly. Oh, we did a comment. Yeah, I cut my arm down to the bone in like 30 minutes into a camp out. A friend taped a maxi pad to it, and I just went back to hauling firewood out of the woods, one-handed and built a fire. Never went and got it looked at. That's not smart. Don't get stuff looked at. You get gangrene or something.
Universal uses pads.
Oh God.
It's just
Stop the flow, didn't it?
absorbent and porous disease.
Absorbent.
Yeah. Hey man, tampons are great for nosebleeds.
Rugby.
Oh
All the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah. I had a really weak nose. I just get fucked by a heel or a knee.
Oh yeah,
Gushing
yeah.
with blood. You can't stop playing.
No.
Somebody throws a tampon at me.
That's awesome.
Up we go. Keep playing.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, chicks do dig scars.
Chick stick scars, yeah.
Oh, I gotta go right up my eyebrow.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Split it in two. That was fun.
Ouch.
They usually-
When I make an expression, it kind of separates.
I can see it. Yeah. I couldn't see it until you mentioned it, but I can see it now.
You know what that is now?
Yes, that is just snapping wood so you can go to 6 months.
There you go.
Come here. Come to my tongs.
Yes, command. It'll hear what you say.
Come here, you try to disobey.
The mic door.
That is grinder.
Mm-hmm.
2x72 grizzly belt grinder. Only $700.
That's not bad.
Were you saying it's for sale?
No. I bought it for $700. It's not for sale, but Grizzly makes them, so
Cool.
this way. Flip again. Now, I won't do that thing that I do where I close it.
We're making mushrooms.
Yeah.
You're not the first person to ask that.
No, I've done the
Tim,
same.
you had the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes wonderful little ingots. Oh.
Apparently, Curiosity Forge got the same grinder for $600.
Oh.
Decent.
Snap.
Yeah.
American or Canadian?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, mine was 700 Canadian, which is like 500 American. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Ah, I put my scarves.
Joey's gotta go.
Joey, thank you very much for coming by, Joey. You were a tremendous help, and I would not have been able to forge this chain nearly as successfully without you. If you don't know who Joey Vandersteeg is, go and check out his channel. He is fantastic. He's an amazing blacksmith, and I can credit my entire existence on YouTube to Joey. So,
He says, have fun and chat with you later, man.
right on, Joey. I'll talk to you later, buddy. Hey?
Joey.
Oh.
Joey.
Yeah, different Joey. This is Joey Vandersteeg.
I know. He's a Danish.
No, he's from the Netherlands.
Oh, when we went over this, he told everybody. I wanted some comments.
He did a few episodes with Alex Steele working on foundry equipment.
Yes, he did. That was on his second trip over to there. In fact, that hammer was made by Joey and Alec.
Nice.
And that was made on his first trip over to England in 2016.
But now he's not doing professional blacksmithing anymore.
No, now he's just doing YouTube.
Good job. Joey Vandersteeg.
Wow, you're getting close to the 10K milestone, babe.
Yep.
Pretty awesome.
I watched his video on making the nailhead, which is what I want to make in 40 minutes.
new ground. I've never done this part before. Connecting the 3 links to the one.
Is it difficult?
Well, it's certainly a lot more chain to manage.
Everybody's talking about their injuries now.
Nobody is fun.
Oh, yeah.
Regale me with some injury stories, my love.
I just sliced open my middle finger, turning a mini fridge into a forge. I'm glad I had the tetanus shots.
Yeah.
How does that even happen?
I don't know.
Any steel will do, I suppose.
I have a scar above my knee from when a bed spring worked loose and poked through the mattress and ripped my knee open. Immediately
Must have been some aggressive
Yeah.
behavior.
Immediately post-coitus.
That's a pretty good one, yeah.
Let's see.
It's way better than slipped on a puddle at the pool and cut my knees open on the spot in the sandy.
Got an axe stuck in my forearm and my mate yanked it out and burned the clothes with embers from a fire.
Whoa,
The most painful event in my life.
Wow, shit. Wow. I mean, how did you go band-aid?
Yeah, no doubt.
That's pretty hardcore.
Just burn it.
Jim Nash when we were playing football. That wasn't fun.
You jumped up over his face.
No,
Okay, we'll see if I can do this with the 8 mil round with the 3 links on either side.
I stepped through a spike once and had it like in my foot. It was poking through the top of my foot.
Oh.
That was fun. I was lucky. It missed most of the bones in my foot, so
Most, that's
most.
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Most.
Almost all of them.
Yeah.
The one that it did probably hurt like a hell.
It still hurts.
you know, like that.
Still hurts,
I
really.
feel the leather in it.
You feel the weather in the bone in your foot that was pierced by the nail.
Yep, I feel it in my knuckles too.
In your hands too, yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the night.
You like to punch inanimate objects.
I do like to punch inanimate objects. We have a board out there specifically for punching.
Yeah, that's a specifically designed punch. Oh, that's not.
I was punching earlier, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, I forgot we have Bob too.
Yeah,
Bob
no problem.
specifically for punching, and he's soft.
He's soft. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got. If you open that door and take a look into the backyard,
There's more balls.
there's a board, a punching board. It's called a makiwara. Go look.
Was that like the...
Yeah, punching board.
I think it's less fun than ball. Like,
Oh, that kind of fun.
oh my.
Awesome. Any more omelets?
Sweet. I got that weld on the first shot.
Dude, awesome.
I'm gonna flex it, weld it again.
Hold on, people are regaling me with their stories of injuries.
I won't hold on. I'll keep working. You tell the
I've
story.
lost my entire right thumbnail twice now. I wish that came with some evidence. Totally healed up. I got a 6-inch scar on the top of my head from a 70-mile-per-hour rollover that turned into a 15 high vault in the air car crash.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Somehow
pretty good.
walked away from bouncing a car off of 3 pine trees 7 feet in the air with a couple of tiny scrapes. The Thor was protecting you.
Got
Right there.
the camera is just, you can see the bottom of the forge, but I'm cut off the top of the head. Much better. How do you guys like the camera
Oh dear.
How do you guys like the camera position? Is it working well? It's my first time doing the live stream with the ammo and everything here in this setup, so.
Camera position, not camera work. I already know I'm shit at it.
You're not.
I am too.
You're doing just fine.
Oh, thank you. I'm
Captured my
trying.
joke. Excellent.
Thank you. My guardian angel has drastically prematurely aged. Both are good. Oh, thank you. I'm trying. Heart moves fast sometimes. Everybody likes the camera position.
Very good. Ooh, that was a close look. Not a drop forge.
No, just four.
Just hanging in there. I think that needs one more heat. See, I do that every time. I take the hammer and I bring it over with me to the forge. I'm collecting things.
It's a love affair. You can't see if you just put it on the ground.
Place it.
Placed it. There's a ghost in my washing machine.
There is a ghost in the washing
Just
machine.
turn it on and go away.
I tried. It's already on. It like turns itself on. It's all touch screen, right? So.
What's it called? The Balkans?
I guess if I unplug it, will stop doing that, but I kind of don't want it
Just
now.
kick it.
You know, if it does have an African party, you definitely go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be impressive, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Apparently, you fondle your hammer quite often.
I left it on the table. I'm sorry.
Were you gonna fondle it?
I was gonna fondle it. I would have.
Do a lot of hammer porn on here.
There's a lot of hammer porn on here. Hit it hot, hit it hard.
Should be your porn slogan.
And demonetized.
Demonetized. Oh,
Sounds
yeah.
like the sex.
Yeah. Nothing but the apron.
Hot nailing on the hot hammering on the anvil.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
yeah.
You heard of the power drive, now you'll see the power hammer.
Five.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, it's funny. I have it's welded now. I'm happy with that. But the problem that I have now is the link is on the side, and that's where all of the pressure is. That's where all the tension is going to go.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I have to now get it from the side back to the end.
Oh.
Good thing it's it's not perfectly welded, but we're going to get a little bit warm, and then we'll do one last go. And then that will be it. How many people do we have watching right now?
20.
20.
Yes.
We lost Joey and Mother. Maybe we lost a few and gained a few more. You guys are watching. There's 20 people watching me right now. I can't believe that.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's like this room would be full. It's like, hey.
Yeah, this room will be full of people right
Like,
now.
dude, check this out.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Imagine 20 of me just
Just 20 people.
moving around.
Just hanging out.
Man, 20 people's a crowd. I tried to stand up comedy in front of 8 people. I'm wet.
Oh,
Just
no.
anxiety and fear. And then like 20 people almost seems more manageable. Because then at least
They're not staring into your
yeah,
soul.
if
Yeah.
3 people laugh, it's okay. But if only like 1 or 2 people laugh with 8 people, it's
Yeah.
harder.
Oh, brutal. I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm too scared of people.
Quit beeping. There we go. I do that, I know. It's how I powder my scale on the floor. I'll be, who is it? Somebody wants on my scale. They're going to make some Damascus or something.
Yeah.
I think they're going to take a whole bunch of it, throw it into a canister. Make canister Damascus.
Yeah, he was at 5.
There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drop welded, drop forged bits of chain. That's not too bad.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Had some beautifuls in there.
Had some beautifuls in there, right
Yeah.
on. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I think that's going to be the about the end of this
Gunshot,
this
gunshot.
video. Come here.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Oh my god.
Thank you guys very much for watching. And thank these gentlemen over here for
They
for
can't
coming
see
and
you.
dropping in. They can't see you. They're
Just do the hands. We gotta try and keep some hands.
try and keep the hands in, but yourselves out.
Oh yeah.
Wait, you can see it right there.
Oh, almost.
Come on.
There's a delay. There's a delay.
There it is.
They're creeping in.
Fake hand.
Awesome.
Well, thank you all very much for stopping by and watching. May the Force serve you well on this day of the Force.
Yes. Oh, I was gonna ask you a question.